everyone. It's Nick Trosclair. I'm going to go over Google Drive. So just like any other of the Google apps, we can access it through the Google app button, and then we'll find this little triangle here, called triangle, for Google Drive. So when we get to Google Drive, you might have a couple different views depending on how you have it set up. As mine loads up here. So this is in list view. It gives us thumbnails, quick access thumbnails of the latest documents that I've opened. And then we have a list view down here, which gives you some details about all the different files that I have in my Google Drive. Now we can change the look just by clicking this little icon here, which looks like the app button, but a little bit different. So we can change to grid view. So now we have all the thumbnails. And then we go back to list view. So I'm going to leave it at list view. So these are all the files I have in my drive. We can look at the computers that we're synced up with, if we're synced into different computers. With me would be a folder. If people have shared documents with me, then I'll find them there. Oddly enough, I don't know what these documents are, but anyway, I've got a lot of documents that have been shared with me. Most recent files that I've looked at recently, they all will show up in chronological order. We can look at Google Photos if we've got them there stored. If we have a document, like, let's go back to that. Just looking at my drive. If we have a document that like is our favorite, if you will, I'll just go with Google Slide. If I right click on it, it's going to give me the option to add a store. It'll stay in the Google in my drive, but now when I go to stored, it pops up there. So it's a good tool if you have, again, certain files, documents that you like to work with a little more regularly than others, and you want to just kind of break them out. You can put them in stored. And then you got trash and backups if you want to back up with some of your other devices. Now, to share a document or a file, there's a couple ways we can do it. Again, one of the easiest is to just right click on the document, and then we can go to share. Share window is going to open up. And of course, I have it marked as private right now, but I can go and I can change that. And I can put anyone with the link, no sign up required. Save that. And let's see. Anyway, to invite people over, I can just go in here and I can type in their name, and I can add more people. I can also leave this check to notify, and I can add a message to it. Anyway, we send it out, and then that will share the document with others, and then we can see how many other people have, or how many people have accessed or have been shared that document. So now that we're done with that, we'll go to done. Another way we can share that document is just using the toolbar up at the top. So we can share the football roster here, which is to bring up that same window. We can get a link, which you kind of saw at the top when we do share the document. There's a link that's created, and we can send anybody, even if they're not on Google, we can send them the link, and they can document. We can get a preview of it if we want to check it out before we actually send it out. And then, of course, so that after we can remove it, we can delete it, and I'll send it to the trash. there are some other settings with the Drive, Google Drive. We can look at a few of the settings, something that you might want to get in there and play around with and make it for preference. We can upgrade storage if we need to. We have 15 gigabytes. We can upgrade that there. We can convert uploaded files into Google Docs editor if need be. Language, density. Density will change, and basically it's how many files will show up. Just making the icons or the documents listed smaller so we can fit more on it. I just leave it as comfortable. There's some more options in there. Again, it's set up to where you can go through and kind of make it to your specifications. We can set notifications, so if we get something shared to us or anything like that, we can get notifications saying that something's been shared to us, and then we can manage our apps through the settings as well. That's about it. We got the more actions here. Again, that just gives more things. We can add stars, move, view the details. If you want to view details of the document, that will give us a list. We can see who it's being shared with. Just gives us information about the document. We can look at the activity and see go to details about it. Kind of get a little view of it. When it was last opened, when it was modified, created, all that good stuff. So we can do that with each of the files that's in our My Drive. Like I said, we share it all out so we can collaborate. We can set different settings of what their permissions are. That's about it. And we also, just if you think about it in a Windows, Microsoft Windows type aspect, we can also create new folders. So we can create a folder would like on our desktop in Windows. I'm just going to put new. So create a folder, and now we have a folder there. So if I want to take the football roster, I can just click it, get right on into the folder, and now it's into the folder. Let's say I want to put the Google Doc in there too. Put the Google Doc, and now it's in the folder. The folder, just like you would on Microsoft Windows and their folder type setup. It's basically works the exact same way. And that's about it. That's Google Drive. Hope this was informative and helps out. Thanks.